Hey guys, welcome to my channel, My Painless Tales. I am Vani, a self-taught artist from Hyderabad, India. So in today's video, we'll be covering all the basic questions which we usually get in fabric painting. So I ran a Q&A in my Instagram and I got a ton of questions. So we'll be trying to cover all of them in today's videos. And by the way, I primarily work on acrylics. That's the medium I usually use. I do canvas paintings, I sell my original art, I do commission paintings, and I primarily work on pitchway art. And apart from that, I do a lot of fabric painting. So we'll be covering all the questions today. So let's get started with the video. So I frequently post a lot of videos on fabric painting on my YouTube, and I get a ton of comments regarding all the brushes I use, the colors I use, all the frequently asked questions. So let's start with those questions and then we'll move on to the Instagram. So the recently asked question for me was, what company glitters do you use? So I primarily use Fevicryl 3D outliners. So they come in glitter and they also come in the matte format. But the company is basically Fevicryl. I'll also link the the purchase link to my video. All the materials that I use, basically I'll post all of them. I'll link all of them to this particular video. You can directly purchase from those links. So the next question is, where can we get the brushes? So the brushes that I primarily use are from the brands Camel, Faber-Castell and Fine Art. All these brushes are primarily available in local stationeries and also on Amazon. I think Camel is usually available on Amazon, so you can purchase from there. The next one, do you use water to dilute colors? So yeah, I use water to dilute my colors. And then, can we wash fabric after use? So this is a most asked question for me. So it all depends on your purpose, guys. If you're doing a very basic fabric painting, maybe on your cushions, maybe on your pillows, or maybe any daily wear that you're doing that you use, then definitely you'll have to wash them, right? You can't dry clean them every now and then, so you have to wash them. So you can do a very gentle wash. By gentle wash, I mean, please do not use those harsh brushes and please do not put them in your washing machines. Maybe you can put them, but I cannot guarantee them in a longer run. And also, when you're drying them, please don't dry them directly in the sun. Maybe put them in a shady area and you're good to go. But if you're doing any fabric painting on ethnic wear, maybe any dress that you'll be wearing, that you'll not be wearing very frequently, maybe then do a dry clean. How can we stop colors spreading on fabric? So it all depends, guys, because each fabric is different and we have tons of fabrics available in the market. There's organza, there's cotton, silk, crepes, georgette. So many fabrics are available and each fabric is different. So you'll have to understand each fabric. The same color that you'll be using on organza, maybe it won't spread, but if you're using the same on maybe any different kind of silk, maybe it will spread. So it all depends. And one good thing is, I cover all these queries in depth and I'll be showing you patch test, and also I'll be showing you how much water to use, what is the ratio, and how to prevent spreading. All of these will be covered in my fabric painting workshop, which I usually host once in a month. And all the details will all be available on my Instagram, My Painless Tales, and maybe I'll link them in my description box for this video. So it's a very beginner friendly session where I'll be showing you all the materials I use. We'll be doing painting together. I'll be showing you the demo of different kinds of flowers, the basics, how to use the brushes, the techniques and all. So if you're interested in learning fabric painting in depth maybe with me, then you'll have to join the fabric painting workshop. The next one is on May 10th. You can register yourself from the link. It will be available on my Instagram in the link in bio, and also I'll put it in the description box. So size of the hoop you use. So I have different sizes, guys. Embroidery hoops are available in different sizes. They start from 4-inch, they go to 18-inch as well. So I have all these sizes available depending on the design that I'm doing and the size of the design. I usually use that particular kind of hoop. And these hoops are also available on Amazon. They'll be actually available on in local stationeries as well, but if it's not accessible for you, it is definitely available on Amazon and Flipkart, and I'll also link that in the box. How do you record and upload your videos? So I have a ton of equipment for that. So I usually record using my phone, which is iPhone 14 Pro Max that I have. And also coming to the tripod, I use a basic tripod from Flipkart. I'll put it in the link. And currently I'm using the mic for the better audio. And also for editing, I use VN, the editor app, which is freely available. And also, while I record the videos in my YouTube and also on Instagram, the recording process of the paintings and all, then I use a different kind of tripod which will move all around, and you can take the overhead shots and all. And I'll also link that one to the description in this particular video. So what company carbon paper are you using? I'm not sure of it, guys. Company actually doesn't matter. I simply go and ask carbon paper, and whatever carbon paper is available, I simply purchase that. So, but particularly I use black and white carbon paper, and I do not use the blue one because the blue one usually spreads a lot. So that's the reason I don't use that. Where can we get these colors? So coming to the colors, I primarily use colors from Fevicryl. Acrylic colors are usually available everywhere, guys. So basically acrylic colors and fabric colors are quite similar, so I use any of them. Fevicryl has acrylic colors and also has fabric colors, which are coming very recently, but before that everyone used to use the same acrylic colors for fabric painting. So you can use the fabric colors or acrylic colors, but basically they are from the brand Fevicryl. So the question I have is, can we use Fevicryl color on organza and georgette fabric? Will those colors fade? So you can definitely use Fevicryl. I use Fevicryl and the colors don't fade, guys. It all depends on how you're maintaining them. So colors usually don't fade. I have a dress which was painted, I think, 15 years ago. I still have the dress and the colors are still intact. And for sure, I know that they are from the brand Fevicryl. So these are the most asked questions for me on YouTube. Okay, so let's start with the Instagram questions. How do I get my fabric ready for painting? Do I apply anything before starting? I don't, guys. So there's no pre-care that you'll be needing for fabric painting as such. But if you're using cotton fabric, maybe wash it before because it'll have starch in it. Do we always need to use the medium for fabric painting? So it's optional, guys. Using medium is optional. So there is medium available. It's called as medium. So it's medium 1, medium 2, that's available, and also in the brand Fevicryl. So you can mix it with the fabric paint. Again, fabric paint and acrylic paint are similar, so you can use either of that. So using medium is completely optional, but you can use it instead of water. It will help dilute your paint, and keeping the pigment intact. So you can use that, but it's completely optional. For beginners, what type of brushes required? So as I told you, the brands that I usually use, they are the good brands. So you can use the brushes from those brands, which is basically Camel, Faber-Castell and Fine Art. Tell me basic technique of silk painting and basic things. So silk painting is completely a different topic, guys. So fabric painting and silk painting are not same. Silk painting is nothing but using silk colors. Okay, here we are using fabric colors or acrylic colors, right? So there you'll be using silk paints. Those paints are completely different. The techniques you use, the materials you use are completely different. So I'll not be covering all of that. I usually don't do silk painting. What brand of acrylic paints do you use for fabric painting? So I use Fevicryl basically, and apart from that I use Camel as well. Please mention the brush brands. Okay, I covered that. Okay, I just give me a second, guys. This question is in Hindi. Okay, so silk or organza is the fabrics that we usually use, right? So she's asking if we put any other layer on top of that after painting. I think this is the question she's asking. We don't. We simply paint, leave it to dry, and that's it. And also the question I usually get, and the question that is here is, she's asking about the plain sarees which I usually get for fabric painting. So you need the plain fabric for fabric painting, right? So it's not usually available on online, guys. I do not get it online. We have to get it locally. So there are fabric markets available, like I am from Hyderabad, so we have Koti, we have General Bazaar, we have Begum Bazaar, and apart from that we have stores available every now here and there. We have a lot of stores for fabrics, to purchase fabrics raw. So I usually get from the local markets. So that's how we have to get the materials for fabric painting. So what paints do you use for fabric paint? Will be there any different paints for different fabrics? No, we the paints are the same for any fabric that you are using, so it's the same. Is there any method for achieving perfect finishing of fabric painting? So there's no particular method, guys. It all depends on the fine detailing that you're providing, and it comes with a lot of practice. So all the details matter. The starting 80% of the painting is one side, and also the last 10 to 15% of the painting is on the other side altogether. So how you're finishing your painting, the level of detailing that you're providing completely matters. So it all comes with a lot of practice, and if you wish to learn all of those techniques, you'll have to join my session. On what fabric material can we paint, like cotton, silk, raw silk? So you can paint on all of them, guys. So can we use acrylic paint also, or fabric paint, and is it washable? It is washable. You can use acrylic paint or fabric paint, both are same. Which colors are better for fabric painting, bottle or tube? Okay, so we have acrylic paints in a tube format, and also they come in small bottles, guys. Bottles are preferable because bottle paint, the consistency of the paint is a little loose, which helps to move very easily on fabrics, rather than the tubes. Tubes are really, really thick, so you'll have to dilute them, the process, the amount of water you'll be using, it's all tricky. So you'll have to prefer bottle first. If that's not available, then you'll have to purchase tubes. So when painting with Fevicryl acrylic colors, anything else than water is mixed in it for longevity or quality? So nothing, guys. You can definitely use medium, as I told you, or simply water. Which colors do I use? I use acrylics. Does it spread on fabric? No, but it all depends on which fabric, how much amount of paint you're using, how much amount of water you are using, and all fabrics are not suitable for fabric painting. You'll have to understand that. But basically, cotton works, organza works, chiffon works, these definitely work. Before and after care of the fabric, as I told you, there's no pre-care except for cotton. And coming to the aftercare, you'll have to leave it to dry for 24 hours, and once it is dry, maybe you can iron it from the other side. That's it. Why color spread when cloth is wet? So answer lies in the question, guys. Because it is wet, because it has water in it, it definitely spreads. After painting, why colors are visible at the back side of the cloth? It is quite common, guys. You need not worry about it, because fabrics, when you paint on fabrics, the fabric absorbs the paint. So when it absorbs, obviously it comes onto the other side, right? But it's quite common, it happens, so need not worry about it. How to take blouse measurements for backside painting? So this you'll have to discuss with your master or any tailor. You'll have to take the markings from them, and then you can paint. So this question is quite important. So if you while you're painting on your fabrics, if you mistakenly, if you spill the paint here and there, or if there is any mistake that happened in the fabric painting, how to correct it? And unfortunately you cannot correct it, guys. So if you spill the paint, immediately while it is wet, you'll have to clean it with water, maybe with detergent whatsoever. If it is still wet, then you can remove the paint. But if it is dry, maybe partially dry as well, you cannot remove the paint. So it's quite tricky. You'll have to be very careful. Is there vast career in fabric painting? It is definitely there, guys, but also there is a lot of competition currently going on. So you'll have to focus on the quality that you're giving, maybe the designs that you're giving, and also the uniqueness that you have. Maybe not copy the other designs that are there in the market, maybe create your own story, maybe your own designs, maybe then you'll definitely succeed. Fabric color key thickness. Okay, so if you want to reduce the thickness of the fabric paint, what can you do? So you'll have to mix the medium. So if you mix the medium with your paint or water, you can reduce the thickness of the fabric color. What type of fabrics will work? So as I told you, there are different types of fabrics available and not all fabrics will work. You'll have to test and try it out. I'll cover this topic. Actually, it is a very big topic. I'll have to show the demo for you to understand. So maybe if you're interested, please try joining the workshop. What kind of paints should we use? Okay, I already answered that. Is machine wash possible after painting? You can do it, guys, but I cannot I'm not sure of it. Maybe the longevity of it is not quite sure, so maybe do a gentle wash outside. Do you teach fabric painting? So as I told you, I teach fabric painting. I host these workshops once in a month for fabric painting and also for pitchway art. All the details will always be available on my Instagram in the bio, so you can always check them out. And also, I'm planning to do a course for fabric painting as well, which will cover all the topics from beginner to advanced. So, if you're interested, you'll have to follow me along. I'll be posting all the details very, very soon. Okay, so we have covered all the questions. These are the most asked questions for me for fabric painting. So I think I've covered all of them. If I didn't cover any of it, and if you have a new doubt, maybe put it in the comments box and I'll answer all of them. And also, one thing I would like to add here is I do have a website called My Painless Tales. I have tons of products available there, which are primarily pitchway. I have original paintings which are pitchway and also not pitchway, mini paintings, fun paintings, which I usually do, which are quite unique. And also, I have canvas prints. Maybe if you are looking for a painting in a budget, if the original paintings are out of budget, then you can definitely opt for canvas prints. And also, I have wall plates, which are bestsellers on our website. So you can get hand painted pitchway plates, and also jerokas are available. So do check our website. We have tons of products, and also I think it is linked to YouTube. You can directly check on YouTube as well in the shop. Please do check them out. And thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.